Now, I'm not gonna lie, people, this is a question I am asked numerous times in my social media, is how do I accept my bisexuality? It's joined up with how do I know I'm bisexual, and also how do I come out? And I feel like the accepting part is probably the most stressful and hardest part, because accepting who you are as a person is always the hardest thing. People never like to face the truth, but sometimes the truth hurts, or the truth makes you feel things you never felt before, and it's an important stage of coming out. So let's talk about accepting your bisexuality. Just before we start, if anybody wants to message me on social media, you can do, and we'll have a little chat about it. Maybe you need a little bit of one-on-one time with someone who is bisexual to kind of express yourself. And I know that is important because that's something I didn't have, and it took me a long time to get to that stage where I could express it out loud to somebody. If there is a place that we need to start, it is with the label. Now, we are talking about bisexuality today, and how I justify that or define that is that it is the capability of not only being attracted to your own gender, but being attracted to the opposite gender. So I am a man, I am attracted to men. I also am attracted to women. And what this means for me is that I can have a physical attraction, I can have a mental attraction, I can fall in love, I can do the dirty deed, and I will enjoy every little aspect of that. But for a lot of people, it may diversify. You may only be physically attracted, you may only be emotionally attractive. These are all perfectly things that can resonate with you. It's different for everybody, but that's how I define my label of bisexuality. So when I explain it to people, I explain it like that, and I'm fully confident behind it. I understand it, and that's the way I feel about it. Now, it's important for you to understand that and feel comfortable in that way, because when you do finally come out, you've got to express that, and you've got to feel comfortable with the label that you set yourself. There is no point trying to label yourself as something which you don't understand yet, because you might not be that. You might be something completely different, and you're just going to confuse yourself when you're going to confuse others. Make sure that you understand who you are as a person, and this will change over time. You may be bisexual and then eventually realise that you're actually pansexual. And that's because life experiences define who we are as people, and that's how life is always going to be. There may come a time where you thought you were straight your whole life, and then you meet the perfect guy or the perfect woman, and they've just changed your whole view on life. You know, you start off as friends, and then all of a sudden you had one wild night, and then you realise that life is not what you used to think it was, and that is perfectly good. That's perfectly helpful. That is what people are about. We're creatures of curiosity, and we should explore our curiosity. The next thing I want to mention is something which I guarantee a lot of people have never done. A lot of people who are struggling with these emotions inside their head is that no one has ever expressed them outwards. And a good way to do this is go into a room by yourself where no one else can hear you and just say out loud, I am bisexual. It seems simple, but a lot of people struggle to even get the words out. But take the time, say it out loud, even into a mirror, so you can see that you're saying to yourself that you are bisexual, and see what your emotional response is. If it's angry, if it's happy, if it's sad, if you love it, if you're enthusiastic about it, all these emotions are good, because having an emotional connection to something means it is real. It means that it is human, and it means that it's a part of you. And if you do feel great about it and you want to go further with it, that's even better, because you just realised that you are bisexual, and that does make you happy, because you deserve to be happy, because everybody who is a person who lives on this earth deserves to be happy, because you are beautiful people. Come on, people, don't deny that you don't deserve to be happy, because everybody does. Now this third thing is something that I didn't have, which I really wish I did have, and that is having a connection to somebody who is going through the same thing as you. Now, the beauty of 2019 is that there are hundreds of YouTubers, there are thousands of YouTubers, there are actually millions of YouTubers, and there are LGBT YouTubers, and there are LGBT celebrities, and there are LGBT musicians, people writing great songs about boys that they love, girls that they love, about being transgender, being different, and that is an amazing thing, that you can have an emotional connection to somebody you don't even know, but they empower you. And empowerment is important, because one day you will come to a point where, even if you don't know when the time is to come out, because trust me, there's no correct time. And when everyone goes, when do I come out? When is the correct time? The correct time is when you decide it's the correct time. It's as simple as that. I can't tell you when you should come out, because there's no bloody half moon where everybody's a little bit nicer to someone who's bi. It's a circumstantial thing. If you get to the point where you can't be bothered to wear the mask anymore, and you want to just be open and free, then you decide when it is, because it's important to you. But it's always good to have that empowerment behind it. And I remember one of the most empowering songs that I ever heard was the Same Love. It was a combination of Macklemore, and I always forget the name of the singer, which is terrible because she's the one who actually wrote the song, but that song made me cry the first time I heard it. It made me feel emotions. And as I've got older, I've realised I've connected a lot more with a lot of Queen songs have made me kind of have my mindset change. Like, I was watching Bohemian Rhapsody the other day and I want to break free and stuff. I felt like those words resonated with me in a way which I've never felt they've resonated with me before, and they brought tears to my eyes, and I was just like, this is empowering towards me. So find your empowerment, find your source, what makes you feel better as a person, what makes you feel stronger about the way you are. And I guess the final thing to talk about in truly accepting yourself is remember that this is a small aspect of you. It doesn't define your whole life. It is a small aspect. It's, you make it as outlandish or as, you know, mild as you want it to be. You can be Elton John screaming it from the heavens, or you can be, you know, Stephen Fry. Just very calm and collective. It's up to you. You know, it's how you express it. So if you want to be quiet about it, be quiet about it. If you want to be super expressive about it, you be super expressive about it. But don't let anybody tell you that you can't be who you want to be, because at the end of the day, you get one life. You get one time to go around that track. And when it's done, it's done. And the last thing you want to do is live with regret, because life with regret is not a life worth lived. Anyway, people, if you did enjoy this video and you do want to see more like this, please give it a thumbs up, because it lets me know what you like. If any of you are struggling with coming out or struggling with accepting your bisexuality, put a comment down below, because this community is absolutely amazing on this channel, and they will reply to you and they will give you the support that you need, because sometimes it helps to have that one friend. And I just love how you guys are just there for people. And that's absolutely amazing. You can get hold of me on my social media, as I said before, but I am going to sign off and I'm going to say love, peace, and say it now, chicken grease. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.